Dr. Fung, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
When we think about people around us, it could be our family, it could be our friends. We probably know somebody that is overweight, severely overweight, or has a metabolic disease like diabetes, cancer, dementia, even heart disease. And we're told there's nothing that we can do about it. But Dr. Fung, you say otherwise. You say the reason why we're sick and fat is because we've been focusing on the wrong thing. So today, Dr. Fung is going to share his decades of experience and talk about a very simple way that you can make your body burn fat and reverse metabolic disease, and why this is better than any medication that you can take, including Ozempic. So, Dr. Fung, my first question, let's talk about losing weight, fixing obesity. What is the biggest cause of obesity?
Um, Essentially, I think that the problem is hyperinsulinemia, which is really a hormonal issue. And this comes down to a lot of people will say, well, it's about too many calories or something like that. However, I think that doesn't really address the actual underlying problem because the thing is that our bodies respond to hormones, right? So if we're gaining body fat, then it's because the hormones have signaled us to gain body fat. Really, every single system in our body works the same way. Nothing happens by accident. And it's because in order for us to, regulate this very highly complex system, which has lots of interconnections, everybody has to know what's happening with everything else. So insulin is a hormone that essentially tells us to store body fat. That's sort of its job, right? So when you eat, the hormone insulin is going to rise, and therefore that's a signal for us to store some of it as body fat, which is essentially a store of calories, right? So it doesn't happen by accident. Everybody has this mistaken notion that we have a certain amount that we put in, a certain amount that we that we burn, and any excess goes into fat. And that part that goes into fat is completely unregulated. But it's simply not true. It's actually completely inconceivable that the body works that way. And the reason is that for most of us, the body weight stays stable. For example, if you think about weight gain, the average over the last 30, 40 years, really, even with this entire obesity epidemic, is about a pound a year. A pound of body fat is about 3,500 calories, which is about 2 days worth of eating, which means that our bodies we have to match the amount of calories we eat with calories we burn to within like a 99%, failure rate, right? Like there can be essentially no errors. Yet we don't know how many calories we eat and how many calories we burn. So how can you maintain it within a 99% sort of accuracy without that? So this idea that it's simply some unregulated dump of calories is not true. So if you think about it that way, then what happens is people just say, oh, you eat less calories, which is just not useful advice. And I don't know why people think it's useful. Like that's the same advice that we've been giving for 25, 35 years, and it really hasn't helped anybody. You look at the number of people who have had struggled with it, and essentially all of them have done calorie counting, and it doesn't work. So it's not understanding that it's not calories because our bodies respond to hormones. There is certain calories are going to stimulate insulin more than other calories. So if you eat cookies, you're going to stimulate insulin more, which means you're going to store more of that as body fat, which simply means, and you compare that to an egg, for example, then you don't stimulate as much insulin, which means you don't store as much of those calories as fat, and you burn more of those calories, right? That's all that happens. And the whole idea, which is simply that we're just saying that some foods are more fattening than other foods, right? So cookies are more fattening than broccoli or eggs, which isn't really that far a stretch. Like how many people do you really have said, well, I got fat because I ate too much broccoli, right? Like, come on, never, right? But if you say, oh, I eat too much cookies, sure, that could totally gain to make you take too many chips. I made too many, too much junk food, too much fast food, sure, candy, any of that. But oh, I ate too much salmon. It's like, I don't know. I don't know that that's actually a reason. So it's not calories. It's really the insulin. And if you think about weight gain, obesity as a excess of insulin, then you can say, well, how do you lower insulin, right? Because that sets you on the right track. And that means to say that, well, you want to eat foods that don't stimulate as much insulin, as in eat more food that's less fattening for you. Which again, if you simply go back, to the 60s and 70s, you could find all this advice in all the popular media, right? Like, don't eat cookies if you want to eat weight. Cut out the starchy foods, cut out the sugary foods, cut out the desserts, cut out the snacks, right? And it's very simple. But see, the thing about hyperinsulinemia. So if you think about insulin, is a hormone that tells your body to gain weight. That's its job. The problem is that you have too much of it. And the reason you have too much of it is because you're eating foods that stimulate it more than it should. But you can also see that a lot of the diseases that follow along are also diseases of too much insulin. So type 2 diabetes is also a disease where it's very easy to measure. You measure insulin levels, they're sky high. The disease is that you have too much insulin. So therefore you have to lower it. And if obesity and type 2 diabetes then lead to all those other diseases like heart attacks and strokes and all those other things. And again, you can follow the medical literature, and you can see hyperinsulinemia is a huge risk factor for all kinds of diseases, including cancers, including heart disease and all that. So a lot of these diseases are diseases of sort of hyperinsulinemia, which come back down to not simply eating too many calories. That's not the issue. Like, you eat a lot of broccoli, like you can eat excessive amounts of broccoli, like calories like broccoli, and you simply won't gain weight, right? Because other things will happen. Your body's going to adjust, because if you're not stimulating the insulin, you're eating all those calories, well, your body's going to burn it, right? It's not going to store it because you didn't tell it to store it. And because of that, then you're going to want to stop eating it because your body has natural satiety mechanisms. Whereas if you store it, and this is the thing, I don't really understand how these calorie people don't understand this. Suppose you eat a food that is very stimulating for insulin. So you eat, white bread and jam, right? Lots of sugar, lots of refined carbohydrates. So we know that the minute you eat that food, that you can eat, say, 100 calories of that compared to 100 calories of an egg. The difference is that the white bread and jam is going to spike your insulin through the roof, whereas the egg is not, right? So you have to pretend that those that hormones simply don't matter for our body, which is obviously a very difficult thing to reconcile. However, if you say, okay, that insulin, you take 100 calories, insulin spikes way high, okay, with the white bread and jam. That's going to tell your body to store all of those calories. So now those 100 calories goes directly into fat stores, because that's how your body stores calories. Well, if all of that went into your stores, you have nothing left, right, to use for energy. So you eat that white bread and jam. If a few hours later, your body's like, I have no energy because everything's stored away. I can't use it. So therefore, it's going to make you want to go eat, which is exactly what happens, of course. So you eat that white bread and jam, which is all refined carbs. Then by 10:30, you're just ravenous. So you're looking for something else to eat, right? Whereas you eat that egg, your body didn't store that much of it as calories, so therefore it's burning it, and it's not going and you're not going to need to eat at 10:30.